What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. Okay, so I wanted to give, I guess, a very crude kind of look at how you can calculate the ROI of what your deck is versus using the value and using maybe what you've earned so far. Now, I want to shout out this website that I just recently started looking into, which is splintershare.info. So you can go in, you don't need to log in. So from like a safety perspective, it's great. You just put in the username and you can actually spy on anyone that you'd want to. But let's go ahead and I'm actually going to look through for mine. So if I want to just look at my main account here, Aftersound, you can see what your most recent rewards were, whether that's a season rewards or a or your last daily quest. But the cool thing here that I really liked is this month recap. So if I click on month recap, I can take a look at my entire June 22 summary, and I can go back and forth. I believe it's just going to pull this all from the blockchain, and you can see kind of the value that you've been earning over time. If you look all the way at the bottom here, you can see I have been earning I've earned $50 so far this month. Now, what makes this valuable right now, because the dates kind of aligned, is that the end of last season was on May 31st, meaning that June is purely just this new ranked rewards update, which is why I kind of want to take advantage of the fact that we are in this time frame. So we have finished or completed a season. I hope you guys had some good rewards. And basically, what we have shown so far, at least for me recording up to this point, I haven't opened a new daily chest yet. So this value for me is completely what I would get in a full season. Okay, so $50.64. Now let me preface with this. Now let's take it back and say, okay, I'm making $50 a season, and if we want to calculate this, so 50.64, there's roughly 2 seasons a month, so times 2, $100 a month times 12 months per year is about $1,000, $12,000. Oh my gosh, $1,200, $1,215 to be very exact. All right, that's the value that I'm getting. Granted, keep in mind, bear market, the card values are down right now, but I want to go with the most conservative outlook that I can. So we're going to go with this, even though a lot of these rewards cards are going for pennies. Now, the other tool that I'm going to show you here is one that I love, and I've talked about it before, Splinter cards. But there's a set value that you can go to under the tools section. And what I want to do just really quickly is look at the deck that I'm playing with. So this is more so if you were to start today, the value of your deck versus the value that you're getting back from the game. So my deck is in gold, but for the purposes of the last couple of seasons, Darkest Night has been delegating me essentially a maxed out Chaos Legion deck, as well as some maxed out Chaos Legion rewards cards. So if I look at that, I can see that the total value for the set, again, regular foil, right, will be $6,090. And I can go over here to the rewards for Chaos Legion. And you can see here that the value to be in Diamond Plus is going to be $789. So 789. So total, it's $6,879. Meaning that if I just want to take, again, a very crude look at this, I can say, what is that, 1215 divided by 6879? So on the whole, with the value of my deck today, I am getting roughly a 17, maybe you'd round up to like 18% return on the game for putting my time in. Now, this isn't passive income. This is very active income. But this is from playing this game. So if you were to invest in the cards and invest in a deck right now, this is how you can go about calculating what it would be like. Now, granted, most of the people watching this channel are going to be people who have been around for a while and already have a deck. So this could just be a value on where you are currently at and what you're currently getting on that value. Now, again, this is very crude, and it's going to be dynamically changing as the prices of cards change. But one thing I think is important to keep in mind is that if you are not selling the rewards cards that you're getting right now, then there is potential for them to increase, which would increase this value over time. So I'm just giving you kind of the math behind this. You can go through, use these both tools and see what that looks like for you. I'm actually curious to know, what league are you playing in and what kind of return are you seeing so far based on one season in this new Rank Rewards. Granted, there may be some changes upcoming to it in the near future, but still, I think this is a good way if you are playing the game without trying to, exploit a situation, whether that's, playing for bronze chest or playing for whatever. I think that this is a good way to just get an idea of how much is earnable for where your deck is at, what you're playing with, and how much you can get out of it. So right now, to me, the fact that I can get roughly $50 a season is pretty sweet, because I know a lot of the rewards cards that I'm getting are going to go up in value over time. And while I may not be, selling them now, I can hold on to them. I can rent them. I mean, the rental market's kind of whatever. But again, it's more so just, I look at this number and it makes me happy, right? Because it's like I could be playing any other game and I'm not getting a percentage return, let alone a double-digit percentage return on it. Granted, to be fully fair, I don't have to invest much in a lot of other games. Usually it's just a startup cost. When I'm talking about this, I mean like Web 2 types of games. But if you wanted to compare it to Web3 games, other crypto games, you can see now, okay, if I wanted to get into STEPN, for example, or if I wanted to get into one of these other games, what is the current rate of return? That being said, and I say this as a warning, for all at all times, this is just a snapshot, right? I was even warning against looking at things like this when you were thinking about buying the node. But to me, it's just an interesting number to look at. So don't come at this and be like, oh my gosh, I can get some crazy APR. What I like about it is the fact that it isn't a crazy APR. It's like 17%. It's not like 500% or 300% where you're like, I'm going to make my money back in X amount of months, when the assets there would technically be depreciating in value to a certain extent, right? So again, I'm going back to the nodes and how the more nodes are bought, the less rewards you get over time. So I'm just trying to differentiate the two between, looking at this as an APR. And again, this is all for fun. This is financial advice. This is game advice, not financial advice. But I thought I'd share it with you because I am genuinely curious to know, based on where you're at, based on maybe what your deck value is worth, or whatever deck you're playing with, what is the kind of return that you're looking at over time? Because this is something that we talk about, even though we love the game and we love playing and we probably play it no matter what. It's nice to look at these numbers and feel like there is a sense of value that you are getting back out of the game. So that's the goal. That's the dream with Web3, and that's the dream with Splinterlands. Let me know how things are looking on your end. I'm very curious to know, like I said. So I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.